today I'm putting on a Halloween party for my son. So I wanted to show you really quickly some of the activities that we are doing. First of all, I hid a fog machine behind my bushes. And so as they walk up, you cannot go wrong with a fog machine, a menacing ghost. But one of the games that we're going to play is I have set up these jack-o'-lanterns all around the yard. And you can see at the perimeter of the yard. And I have this giant tree in the center of my yard. So what I have done is I've tied this yarn to the tree and then brought it from different points, different jack-o'-lanterns throughout the yard. And I'm in the midst of doing this right now. So basically it creates a cobweb effect. And so they are going to play spiders, and they are going to have to twist in and out of these cobwebs to get to the final jack-o'-lantern. And the first person to do that, obviously, is the winner. But it should be fun because they are going to go up and over and around and through all the cobwebs. I had pre-cut last night all these spools of yarn, so A, they wouldn't knot up, and B, I'm going to use the plastic baggies afterwards. And I am going to hang from the tree and play the donut game. So I tied onto all my donuts last night a string like this, another black string, put them back in the box and put them in the refrigerator so that they'd firm up and wouldn't fall apart so easily. And then I'm going to hang them and put these baggies around them just to preserve them from any insects or any little critters that might come to them. But so far, if you can see, here is my maze, and hopefully the camera's picking up on it. I'm hoping it is. And it should be a really good time. I'm on my final weave of in and out. So this is the spider web maze game. Really simple. I'm going to have the kids start at the tree, and I'm going to take a pair of scissors and start them all just by snipping it from the tree. And then through the maze they all must go. Okay, here are the donuts. And like I showed you, I have pre-tied the strings on them, and they go all the way down. And that way I can quickly tie them to the tree without making the kids wait too terribly long, but without leaving them hanging all day long out there. So we are going to take the kids out into a mad scientist lab, and all I've done is in my laundry room kind of area leading out to the garage, I set up a strobe light. And so this is, they're going to come in here and I'm going to tell them a spooky story about the science. And then when they come out here, they're going to see my misting bowl and all of my glass vials and beakers filled with scary stuff. And of course you have to have something playful. And then I'll come over here and I'll show you what I've done. I want to show you in this light first, and then I'll show you exactly what I have done. Would you flick on the light really quickly? Let me turn him off. All I've done, and I learned this from Martha Stewart, is I have taken fluorescent highlighters and you put them in warm water and you dismantle them. You take the tip out and the felt spongy thing that's inside that houses all of the ink, and you put it in warm water, and then you get this gorgeous glowing, it looks like science, mad scientist water. And so I did that, and I have my black light back here. These were worthless, don't get those. Those were called black lights, but they're truly just black lights. But you get this great glow with a variety of sizes of glass beakers. And you know what? Lots of these are like floral arrangement vases. This was a gift from my sister, which I absolutely love, and it's one of those bubblers that works off electricity, and it vibrates the water, so there's no dry ice in there. It's vibrating the water, and since it's electric, there's a light source to it, and it looks so beautiful in the dark. And then I'm going to have the kids I'm going to make for them one of my mad scientist things, some oobleck. And if you don't know what that is, it's both a liquid and a solid. It's cornstarch, and then I'm going to mix it with one of these glowing waters, and I'm going to give each of them a plate as well as a cup to play with the oobleck. And then I thought it'd be fun to mix oil and water, mix oil and water and show them how you can make your own wave pool with colored water and oil. And that's what we're going to do in the Mad Scientist Lab. As you know, Pillsbury makes all these fun little books different brands. I buy them every year, these little books. I'm making the peanut butter and jelly rest in peace sandwiches. That's just peanut butter and jelly. They said to pipe on jelly. I decided to use some of these riders that I have. I think it's easier. I've made my sandwiches and then I'm going to cut them and put them out with that. Also, I've got over here my mummies already wrapped and ready to go, and we'll do the mummy wraps. You've seen those, the hot dogs with the breadsticks wrapped around them. And I've got my caramels heating for caramel apples later, and this is a game that we have set up. And I'll show you my table just right now. We're going to do this fun table. I did fun name tags for the kids. And I've got a brain that's in the refrigerator right now, a Jell-O brain. This is going to be 7-Up, but there's green food coloring in there right now that's intended for drinks. Here's my claw ladle. Look at that. I love it. Anyway, and I've got this great from the Halloween store, Skull and Crossbones, that I'm going to get ready to set out. So all my food will be setting on the table, and I did go ahead and put some spider webbing, but I'll show you the finished product when I'm done. Okay, here are the rest in peace sandwiches. I think they turned out darling, and the table settings are done now, but I still have more to do. Over here, these turned out super duper cute. They're the mummies, and what I did that's a little bit different than what I've seen before is I took the toothpick and stuck it in the mustard and then stuck it into the hot dog, and it kind of gave them like a pupil. I kind of like that. And then cooking right now are our grilled cheese cats and bats, and you simply use a cookie cutter, cut it out of the bread, and then grill them up. So this is 7-Up, but I got from one of the craft stores. This is food coloring that's intended for liquid. And then I made last night some Skull and Crossbone ice cubes, and I made them in red too. And so I'm just going to drop those in and have those float around to add a little bit of charm to that as well. And that should be really fun with this very cool later.